I guess first I wanted to ask you this cast for this is pretty incredible. You get to work with a number of great talents, and I'm
Yep.
curious what, if anything, surprised you about sharing the screen with, Jamie Foxx and Robert De Niro and John Leguizamo. They're all in this movie in different ways, you know?
Yeah, well, what surprised me, I mean, like you said, what an incredible cast. And that was the thing I was most excited about this movie is getting the opportunity to work with Jamie, getting to work with De Niro, John Leguizamo. Um, they're just so well prepped and so on when they show up on set, that I don't know if that surprised me. I think maybe, Jamie Foxx is such a likable, nice, fun, magnetic person when he's not doing this crazy character that that him being able to switch from that in 1 minute and then kind of like show this other side of him I think it was really impressive.
Yeah, is he as funny in person off set as he can be when you're watching him? Like as dynamic and
Oh yeah, he is 100% entertainment for the whole cast and crew all the time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What was for you maybe the hardest thing about Tin Soldier? Like, was there something new and new challenge for you in this process? You've obviously done all kinds of stuff, but I'm curious if there was something about this that was like, this is new for me. This is going to be hard.
It was a tough shoot in general. A lot of nights, which I didn't expect. And that I think is one of the hardest things when you're doing a movie in general, just having to do a lot of nights. Um, yeah, yeah, that's a tough one.
I'm curious to know, you've obviously, you've been in the Fast franchise a couple times, and I'm curious if your character, you don't have to tell us what you know about what's going to happen. Obviously, you can't. But if you could just kind of imagine a future for him, what do you hope happens for him? He's left in an interesting place the last time we saw him.
We're talking about Fast now.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'd like to have see him come back and save the day. I mean,
Okay.
come on.
He has some
Like an
torn
awesome
loyalties.
with a really bitchin' stunt, like something, bigger than life, something awesome. That would be really fun.
Do you enjoy doing the stunt work on these things? Is that part of the fun for you?
Oh, I mean, these films are, yeah, they're so cool. They're so bigger than life. They're their own behemoth. Being a part of them is just a wild ride.
There's a story, I don't know how true it is, that you had auditioned for some of your dad's movies before and not gotten parts. I think you might have said that at some point.
Oh,
Can you,
said it a lot. Very true. Yeah.
can you tell me a little bit about what that experience is like, and if you ever have a conversation where you're like, "Hey, what's the deal?" Like,
Nah, it's not much different than, going and auditioning for any film and not getting the role. It's just it is what it is. It's sort of, if you're not right for the role or there's someone better for the job or, you don't do a good enough job in the audition. I mean, there's a lot of factors, right? I mean, um, I'm
but it's
just I'm
illuminating
just
to
thinking
know
about
that
well, I'm
that
just thinking about being on the other side of that, right? I've
yeah.
produced some movies where we've, looked at actors and actresses and watched tapes on them and all of them being very good, but at the same time piecing it all together in what is going to be the palette of the movie and how those characters are different from one another is a lot of things are just intangible. It's not necessarily that someone didn't do a great job on an audition. Someone just might be better suited for that role in that movie because of the whole entirety of the film. And
Yeah.
so so many things that are just that's just part of the film industry and you can't the more you just can't take any of that stuff personally. You just keep going out and doing your thing and being you and that'll
Take care
either
of itself.
resonate or it won't.
Is there something out there, like a kind of role, a specific role? Franchises are so big now, and like, history biopics and stuff. Is there a role you would love to play? Like a goal, like that's just like this is something I really want to do, or a genre I want to be in?
I'd like to play a really wild character, like a fun, over the top, wild, kind of loose, like very problematic character.
Just to kind of
Liability. The word
spread.
is liability.
Nice, nice. Um, There are a lot of things out there where you've kind of like Wind River is another one that comes to mind for me with you. Like the original is really strong, people love it. What's it like to step into something that's been going on or that has a version of it out there and sort of figure out how do we continue to honor the original? No, there's fans out there. That's such a big thing people have to do these days, and I'm curious if you have thoughts about that and like how you approach it and navigate
It's not
fandom.
like we approach it any differently, I don't think. I think it's got to be on the page. It's got to be sort of an interesting character. It's got to be the right elements, right director, right cast. I mean, if all that stuff comes together and you're excited about the other elements, the cast, the director, then I think that you sort of go make the same style of movie. You try to make the best movie because you think the elements are going to be going to be the sum of the parts, right? So
Yeah.
it's just sort of it's the same equation. You're kind of evaluating movies, I think, the same way. I mean, of course, you know, liking the movie that you saw the first time, if it's a sequel, goes into that equation. If I didn't like a film out the gate, I probably might not be that interested in doing the sequel to it, right?
Right, right.
Like the first one.
You mentioned producing.
Uh-huh.
Would you ever want to direct or write? And are those things that are of interest to you as well, like being behind the camera?
Writing is really of no interest to me. It's too siloed in itself. It's one of the most important parts of the business that writers, if without writers, we wouldn't be doing what we do. So it's super important. I just don't think that my skill set uh is matched for that.
Yeah.
But I have a tremendous amount of respect for it. I don't really, that's not really my discipline. I would like to direct. Yes.
Have you ever looked at a project and been like have you started down that path at all? Like looked at the possibilities or like what's the step, what's the next step for you there, like in making that happen?
That's a good question. The business is really tough, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's tough, to get a directing role that you haven't written is tough because all the best material goes to all the best directors. Then there's the level down of those guys and the tiers of where people are at. Um, so I think it's finding that material that's sort of like the diamond in the rough and getting people to believe that you can do that job.
Yeah. It might have to come with you being in it too, right? Because that's a set you could be like, hey, I'll be in it if I can direct it, right?
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely
What kind of
it's
movie
on the
would you
radar.
want to do?
I think like when I think about the movies that I like, they're movies from the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. So, you know, they're masculine movies. They tend to push the limits of I really like the kind of like renegade cop movies, the lethal weapons that are fun. You're doing the things you're not supposed to do. But everyone can sort of, in the name of like justice and doing the right thing, everyone can get behind those kind of characters. And yeah, I like a good two-hander.
Yeah.
I love Lethal Weapon. I love some of my dad's movies, the two-hander, The Rookie, Charlie Sheen and him. You get the young cop, the old
Yeah.
cop. You get, push and pull. I like movies like that. Um,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think they would probably do that. Like those are the genres I'm more gravitated to.
Yeah. And there's definitely a desire of people to see stuff like that, right? Like we want something lighter, we want something heroic, especially
Yeah.
these
Yeah,
days.
pushing the limits, not afraid to pull punches, not afraid to not be politically correct, not afraid to, say how characters like really feel or kind of commentary about what's going on in society. I think that's all fun and the more we can make fun of it, the better.
Yeah, you have a really unique perspective on like how the industry's evolved and like from different periods, and you've been working in it a while, but you're also around it a while. And I'm curious if you feel like movies can have the same impact on society as they used to. Like there's so many other ways people consume content, TV, YouTube, like all
Yeah.
these things. Like,
Sure, this phone thing really has it's like it's a blessing and a curse because
sure.
it's, now content is available, more possibly more content is being made. Um, but at the same time, the movie going experience that I love and that I grew up on, I think has been tainted a little bit. I still believe in it. I really still believe that people, when there's a great movie, they want to see it in theaters. They want to go have that experience. It is still a really magic experience to go see a movie and like not be on your phone for two
Yep.
hours, fully be disconnected. I think it's healthy. I think it's great to see a narrative. Like that's all we do is tell stories. We tell stories, right? And even if
Yeah.
like you're at a campfire, you're telling a story, you're telling, so painting a narrative like that I think is a magic experience. Um, I think the movie business as of late has been really watered down by I don't know, just like zeitgeist stuff. Like instead of making movies. I think just, there are a lot of pandering to, what's the newest sort of thing, and then people sort of pander to that, and then, but it moves and it's cyclical, right? I feel like it does that. Like the pendulum swings one way, then it swings back. So I don't know. I'd like to see some people. I like to see some filmmakers and bigger movies like take more chances, be a little more, just make the movie not have a bunch of suits and it can't be made by committee.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like a great movie has a great captain that says, "Fuck you. We're making this is what we're making." And if you don't like it, get out,
I love
Like
that.
you need that. You need someone to tell the suits and to tell them everyone to fuck off and trust you and we're making a cool movie and we're gonna take some chances.
That's a great pitch for you to be directing that you can take. I'm excited for you to get in that seat. Thanks so much for your time today, man. I appreciate it.
You too, partner. Good to see you.